What's going on, beautiful people? I am Lando. Success, I hope all is well. So I have tons of Shipt shopper videos where you can come shop with me, which I am doing today. It is Sunday. Bills are due. I'm trying to go for a record. I think the most I've ever made in a day is probably like $300. I'm going to try to break that record today. I'm starting early. It is, I think it's like 9:20. So the goal is to go as long as I possibly can. But instead of doing one of those come shop with me videos, wanted to give some tips, but also want to respond to the most common questions I get asked, especially in my biggest Shipt shopper video. I will see the same consistent comments. So here we are going to address some and help you guys out. The first one I get is about people being nervous. Their first shop, their second shop, you have those nerves. Welcome to the team if you're new. If you are waiting for your card and application to come in, bienvenidos. The thing is, it is okay to be nervous. All of us going to be nervous because you are basically starting a new job and you don't know how does the job work and you don't want to mess up. Unfortunately, at every job, you are going to make mistakes. You actually don't know exactly how to do everything. Now watch the video I'm going to have at the end that breaks down 30 minutes of how to Shipt shop, how to completely plan it. But the best advice about being nervous is figure out 2 stores that you love, 2 stores that's organized, 2 stores that you possibly already been in, stores that you possibly already know what certain items is, and go do a walkthrough around the whole store. Like literally go there before you do an order and walk through the whole store. You even can click an order and act like you're picking it up and just literally go to the aisles and learn the store. Once you learn a store, it is so much easier when you go do these orders and shopping. Communicating with people, depending on your age, I know the communication skills are different. What I would recommend to my readers is read a book called How to Win Friends and Influence People. That helped me out tremendously, especially if you want to communicate with different people and know how they roll. It will help you out with tips. So read that book or get the audio book, and that will help you out with tips. Now, I know it's cliche where people are going to tell you to be yourself, but a lot of people forget that these customers are regular people. It's like me putting in a Shipt order or my wife putting in a Shipt order. People are regular, and we forget, since we are texting them through a service, that we are not texting them like real people. They have friends, they have group chats, they have social media, they are still funny. You can use your personality. You can be honest, whatever type of personality you have, use it throughout the text message. You know, hey, I got some good news and I got some bad news. The bad news, now which one you want to hear first? Okay, tell me the bad news. The bad news, they are out of half your items, but the good news, you have honestly the best Shipt shopper you possibly can have. Oh my God, thank you, Lando, and all that type of stuff. Use memes. Who do not love memes and gifts? You just got to use the appropriate ones. Animals are always good. People love dogs, people love cats. Find one dancing or something, being excited, and it's win. You just got to do it. Now, me, since I've been in customer service for so many years, a flight attendant for 10 years, I worked at a funeral home, I know how to deal with different people's emotions, so I can go to that borderline joke, and it works. I've been doing shit for years, and you know, people want to comment, you're going to get fired being funny with customers. I'll be all right. I will be all right. You got to just know how to deal with customers. If you don't have that, just keep it simple, pets. Another common question people get, and nobody, I realize, really answer this, because as Shipt shoppers, you do stuff and you just think it's automatic. Now, I'm going to break down what do each one mean. Like when you go pick up order and it say shop only. Shop only literally means what it say. Shop only. You are shopping for these items only, and they are driving to the store and picking it up. Now myself personally, I avoid shop only. I have done probably like 20 of them, but overall, I'm not a big fan on a real time frame at this point, because some customers like to come early and you feel bad that you're not ready, or some customers will come late and you're sitting there waiting for them to come. You know, it's most time it's in between, but I'm not more of a shop only person, and you don't get as high as tips because they're driving up and they just giving you $5 at the most. I don't know, in their mind, do they think you are just grabbing these items that just miraculously appeared in these bags and you're just putting it in their car, versus you actually shopping for these items. So personally, I avoid those. Drop off. When you see a green drop off, it means exactly what it say. You are shopping for these items. Now, you are not going through, actually, I will come back to that. Drop off mean exactly what it say. You are shopping for these items and you're dropping them off at their porch. You don't have to see them. You don't got to knock. You just got to text them, figure out how they like their stuff, drop it off. Do not put it directly in front of their door, please. You have deliver, drop off early. That's exactly what it say. It's okay for you to drop it off early. If it say drop off between 5 and 6, if you do it early, they are happy with that. Most people are at this point, especially if it's a drop off. That is cool. ID, self-explanatory. That means somebody got some alcohol. You are going to need their ID. It is okay to text them that. People get afraid to text them, hey, you know, I'm heading to your house. I'm going to need your ID since your order have alcohol. You want that, because what happens if they don't have their ID? I had that a few times, and it's just a very big inconvenience. So you want them to have their ID. If they don't have it, you don't want to go there, because you got to take the stuff back to the store, and then it takes another long process. People ask, when do you supposed to use a Shipt shopper card, and when do you don't supposed to use it? So think of it like this. Whenever it's a prepaid, that means the shopper, or not the shopper, the customer already prepaid for these orders. So they paid for it. You don't have to pay for anything. All you are doing is going to self-checkout, scanning that barcode, and somebody gonna come and verify it. So you don't use the card for any prepaid ever. If it don't say prepaid, you have to use that card, depending on where you live at, what states. I know Myers, you can literally scan the items yourself, do credit, and swipe the card. But for the most part, you are going through the checkout line, and they're going to scan it, and you're going to pay for it. If they ask you, just tell them to use credit if they don't necessarily know how to do it, or if you are new. Another big one, people are mad in my video because I said I was going to give you guys tips on how to pass the interview part. What happened, because I've been with Shipt for probably 4 years. I've been with them for years. The interview part actually changed. So I don't necessarily know how the interview part worked right now, but when I first got in, it was very hard for the average person to get in. I say they probably hire 40% people and turn down 60. And the reason being, it was a lot of people would be nervous to do the interview part because it was like timed and would just choke. That's just honestly what it is. I don't believe it's that simple. I don't think it's that hard anymore, or they are that strict since they need more people. So if you have recently applied, please let us know in the comments, how do the interview process work? But I would tell you originally, I believe how mine worked, you had to do like a 30-second video of why do you want to be a Shipt shopper. You basically want to be energetic, you want to be bubbly. Hey, you know, I'm Orlando and I feel I would be a great Shipt shopper. I just love customer service, and be one of them extra people. That's just, you know, that's probably what they like to see. Then they will ask you time questions that are self-explanatory, but kind of not. So if you are shopping for Orlando and he asks for 3.2 pounds of meat, of hamburger meat, they only have 5 pounds and they only have 1 pound. Which one would you grab and why? You want to grab the closest to what I asked for. It don't matter if it's over or if it's under. Get the closest to what I asked for. You want to answer something like that. You want to do it quick. Another one they will say is, if Orlando drop-off time is between 5 and 6 and it is 5:45 and you are at this store and know you won't make it on time, what type of text message would you send Orlando? Hey Orlando, I am currently at the store still shopping for your order. I will be running a few minutes late. I just wanted to let you know the store is busy. Let me know if you need me to grab anything extra for you. So it's not that hard. You just got to take your time and you got to answer. A few other things I notice, people like me having my headphones when I'm shopping. I guess it only makes sense for me, but I guess a lot of people don't didn't realize you can listen to music, or you can listen to Audible book or something when you shop. When I go in a store, I like to get in a zone. 80% I'm listening to YouTube interviews or something. 10% Audible book, 10% music. So whatever works for you, listen, put something in your ear so you can get in the zone. At this point, we know communication is key when we're talking about communicating with the customer. So make sure you guys do that correctly. And a lot of people did like my do not have items. For the people that didn't see that video, do not have items is a thing I put in my notes. So if I have a big order, say I'm doing 80 items, and I'm not about to text this lady or this man 50 times when the majority of their stuff is over. As a customer, just put yourself in their shoes. If you have kids, if you have a job, you are busy and you put in this order for a reason, you don't want to be texting this person all the time. Now, 5% of the people are strict and want to overmanage you and do all that stuff, but the average person, they just want you to expect to know what they want and how they want it. So that is your job to fully figure it out. So what I do is make a do not have item notes in my phone, and items they don't have, I will write them down in the notes. They don't have strawberries, they don't have cranberries, they didn't have, I would just first write down all the items they completely didn't have. Then under that, I would write down items they didn't have with suggestions. And I would screenshot it and I would send it to them when I'm 80% finished with the order, so they can start, because each person is different. Some might say, oh my gosh, everything you said is great, so you're good. Some is going to go over everyone, hey, change this out for this, change this out for that, change this out for that. And if you do that in the middle of your zone and you're doing orders, it's going to throw you off, because you have a plan. They're going to break you out of that plan to go back out and go grab this, so you can do all of those don't have last. If that make any sense, let me know in the comments if that makes sense. Also, if you haven't already, press that like button and subscribe button. Do it now, because that help out the YouTube algorithm. And also leave some type of comment so we can get a big engagement form going. Last thing I will talk about is worrying about being late. I get a lot of those. Lando, do you worry about being late? Do you worry about being late? What do I do if I'm going to be late? So, as somebody been doing Shipt for years, out of the million times I've done orders, not one time somebody was mad that the order didn't get dropped off in between that time. You got to think, Shipt is no longer new. These people been putting in orders for years. They've been putting in orders for a while. So they don't care if it's supposed to be delivered between 5 or 6. That's what they're expecting. But they know you're going to tell them when you're on your way. So if you drop it off at 5:30, they really don't care. And remember, you don't supposed to be late anyway, but this is if you are doing a promo order and they got a big order. They understand. So I never had any problems with being late. I never had to text them running late. If anything, I would make them feel bad. If the store is busy, I say, hey, the store is crazy. It's busy right now because it's a holiday or something. Or I would send them a picture of the card just to let them know that I'm actually putting in the grind. And they like, oh my gosh, it's like Jedi mind trick to make them tip more. Just little small ideas here and there, but I don't have any problems with that. Now tips for the new shoppers. Right now is one of the best times to get in with Shipt because of the new variant, and it's cold outside, especially where I'm at in Michigan. It's cold. You see in the back, you see a little bit of snow. People don't want to go outside, and everybody is catching the C word nonstop. It's opportunity for us, and since people are used to putting in orders, they understand tipping the people the right way. You just got to have a plan and do what works for you. Like today, my plan is I am not doing any orders that is not $25. So at least have to be $25 for me to do an order, because each one, I know if I do 4 orders, I'm going to make $100 minimum, not including tips. I am waiting for promos to go high, and I am driving right now to Ann Arbor where it is busy. I decided to go where I have the most orders. I got Ann Arbor North and Ann Arbor South, where I can pick through. I am doing quantity such as quality today. quality is where I do bigger orders and expect for a higher tip, versus quantity where I am doing a lot of orders and not expecting as big of a tip. But you know, I'm just gonna depend more heavy on my customer service. So I'm about to get into it. I gotta look at these orders because it is time and the promos is getting high. So make sure you press that like button, press the subscribe button. I'm Lando, and I'm out. So my first order was like a 20 some item order. It was a prepaid order. Look how everything worked out. So I get to the house, there's nothing but big houses over here. The guy came out, tipped me $20 cash because he said tipping in the app sucks, so he's tipping me cash. Appreciate it. Probably paid, I gotta click deliver. I didn't even write, I delivered it yet. Got a tip, $20 tip, probably $25 order, and I realized I don't have my wallet on me. I left it at home, and I am 40 minutes away from home. So my option was to just only do prepaid orders, which was sucks. They got some, but I would be hella limited. Then I realized, then my wife may realize I can't get no food or buy nothing with no wallet. So I'm going back home. Turn right onto North Maple Road. I'm going home to go get my wallet. Taking the L, y'all. Taking the L.
Black boy, you could fly. Black rose, black rose. Black rose, black rose, black rose in the sky. Black rose.